Now that AP exams are over, students are spending multiple class periods a day with no material to learn. Most teachers assign long-term projects to fill the 4-week period until the end of the school year. 2,600 AP exams were taken by students this year. Rather than spending the time in these classes on Chromebooks, we could put the time to use in a month-long intensive program. AP teachers would instruct a new subject to juniors and seniors who have an AP class that period. This way, students can take classes without a semester-long commitment, and teachers can spend their last quarter more productively.
In both of those classes, they're doing a project that leads to a paper. So in AP Euro, it's reading, basically picking a book from the summer reading list of the upcoming English curriculum, which most of them, it's off of the lit list, even if they're not taking it. So they're reading that book and then tying it into history and writing a paper about it. And then in Geo, Human Geo, it's they chose a book off of the list, not related to anything in the school that has to do with human geography. So like people are reading about gerrymandering, and people are reading about like Into the Wild, and I forget what some other ones are, but they're basically picking a topic that interests them and then reading the book and connecting it to the course.
Currently, I use the time after the AP exam to read the book The Gatsby and do some full class discussions with it. That lasted about a week and a half. And then in the remaining time, we're doing Gatsby final projects, which are creative ways to apply your understanding of the book and your own skills to the novel itself. Plus, we're also getting in a couple of Shakespeare sonnets and some other modernist poetry just to round out the reading education.
After the AP exams, we've been doing some biotechnology, a couple of different labs with bacteria and transformation. And I think it's been pretty productive. What I usually try to do is I try to choose a lab that those students haven't done and that I haven't done. And if it's a good one, then I'll keep it for the years to come. If not, then we'll try to work through it and see what went well and what didn't go well, so that if it really doesn't work, then it doesn't really impact our AP grades or anything like that.
I think it would be a really good idea. I think it would make things fun, and you could even maybe juggle it so that the pool, I don't know if this is what you're thinking of, but like the pool of AP kids, so like all the kids that are in period like 3 can go to, like Michael's is going to teach something, and I'm going to teach something, and Sonovan will teach something, or whoever else.
I think that it could be a really rich window to, you called it an intensive, but to really just gather all of the periods that you got AP tests, combine them into one chunk, perhaps get out of the building. I think that there's a lot of value in project-based learning and really doing the thing that you are studying instead of just staying in the classroom. So I like the idea of service. It could also be, short-term internship or something along those lines. Yeah. Cool.
I think it would be great if there was some way we could do it, but in this large of a school with this many students taking different APs, I think it would be really, really tough to coordinate something like that. Although I think that there could be some meaningful stuff that students do. I do find it pretty distasteful when students really don't do anything at all after the AP exams. And, look, there's a couple days where you can do that, but for an extended period of time, it's literally a waste of time and taxpayers' money and students' brains. So I like the idea. I just think it would be really, really difficult at a school this large to implement.
When I was in high school, I went to an all-guys Jesuit high school, and so the last quarter was like a mandatory service project. So like seniors weren't even in, unless they actually had APs in which they went to school, you would go to a place and volunteer like as your school day. And I don't know how we would do that, but I think in like the last 3 weeks of school, if you take APs, maybe you could find a way that kids would be out of the school for half the day to go into the community.
Well, the most productive is if we didn't start school so late in the school year. That would be the most productive thing, and if we ended earlier.